Do you have tear troughs under your eyes that appear as sockets? So an indentation, not an eye bag, but an indentation? Well, I'm going to show you how to camouflage that with makeup. Hi, I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button on your right, and then click the little gray bell, and you'll be notified every time there's a new video, and all the videos will apply to you. I don't know about you, but I've had these sunken eyes under my eyes for several years now. I also have a little complication that when I was in my early 30s, I had eczema right under my eyes, and it created some lines that never went away. And I used to have some darker circles, so kind of a bluish purple. Look, they're not as bad as they used to be, but some of you have written to me in the comments of other videos saying that my eyes aren't that bad and theirs are so bad. So this solution that I have for you will also camouflage the dark purple, blue kind of color under the eye and even in the inner corner of the eye. But more importantly, it will stop people from having their eye trained on your face and seeing that sunken look. This is just a makeup camouflage. I've never done any kind of procedure here. I know those are available and they work really well, but I'm trying to stretch out my time as much as possible, and I'm 60 now. So I'm going to show you in a demonstration tutorial how I do it. So let's get right to the tutorial. Starting with a fresh face, now I'm ready to start with my corrector. So the thing for me that has been so great has not been a concealer, it's been the Pixi by Petra corrector, and they come in two colors. They come in brightening peach and awakening apricot, which is a little darker than mine. So if you have skin darker than mine, you might want to check that out. And then I apply it to the tear trough with a brush by Sonia Kashuk, but really any concealer brush will do. And the thing is, I've tried other colors that have just been too orangey on me, and somebody from MAC once said to me, you know what, if you find something that works well for you, just stick with it. So that's what I'm doing. And this is great. I put it in the tear trough. Anywhere where you have any kind of blue or purple look. I know some people have said my blue, my purple isn't too bad. I think it's gotten better over time with the whole skincare regimen that I use and my diet. But if it was really blue or purple, then this would pick it up or cover it up, excuse me. So I pat it into that area. And I like this because it's not shiny, it's not overly bright, and it actually isn't too far from my own skin color, which you can see here. So I am using a 10x mirror so that I can see what I'm doing. Usually I would use a makeup mirror, but that wouldn't work when I'm demoing for you all, especially with eyes that are 60 years old, and I need lots of close-up. So I just put it into the tear trough area. Now sometimes, depending on the day, after showering, whatever, I'll have more redness in here, so I'll just put a little bit of the extra there. I also have some little spots, and I have one here, and I'll just take whatever is left over in the brush and cover those. And now I'm just going to use my finger in a different mirror, and I just pat it in, as you can see that I'm doing here. And I do those little spots that I just did. And you'll see I'm doing all of this before foundation. The thing is, I want a nice even color so that the tear troughs, the sunken in look, is camouflage, so to speak. All right. And that's all I'm going to do for that. Now I'm ready for foundation. I'm going to suggest two that work really well. One is a little easier to find in stores. This is the Clinique Even Better. I have the color Breeze. And then I also like my Emlyn liquid foundation. This is in the color Burnished Ivory. I also use Burnished Fawn. Both very nice, but just because I have a couple other Clinique products I'm going to put on today, I'm going to use Clinique. And this comes in a squirt bottle. And of course, like everybody else, I'm just going to approximate how much I need. And I am going to pat it very gently over the tear trough area, which I could call the under eye, but since this is a tear trough video, I'm going to call it that. This foundation is medium to full coverage, I would call it. And depending on what mirror I'm using and what lighting I have will determine what kind of coverage I'm seeing back in the mirror. But I am going to use a brush. I think that wasn't quite enough. So I'm going to put a little bit more for my chin. And I spread it more with my fingers than most YouTubers do when they're going to be using a brush. But that's only because I want to get it in here gently. And there's so many foundation brushes out there that once I start using the brush on my face, a lot of the foundation is taken off, and that's not what I'm going for. So my favorite to use is this brush by e.l.f., and I'll link everything in the description box below. This brush, I just checked the price, is $6. So this thing is wonderful. First, I'll go around all the edges. And then when I get to my eyes, I'm just gently patting. I'm hardly touching, certainly not touching hard. And you'll see there is no product on the end, like it's not removing product like a lot of brushes do. So I just love that. And I like when something works that doesn't cost me a lot of money. Another brush I've used that I like for this is the Real Techniques, this version of the brush. I'll link this below as well. I know it's a dupe for a more expensive brush, but it works too. It's a little tougher to get the under eye right though. It's not as gentle as this brush is. Now I'm ready for a little bit more camouflage. And for that, I'm going to use my Emlyn under eye, but I'm not going to use it under my eye. And this is just one of my favorites to use as a brightener. It's not shiny. I'm almost out of it, but I do have more. They sent me this travel one some time ago. These will last for years. And even though I'm at the bottom of the pan here and it's just at the edge, it's still like it's brand new. So here are the three places I'm going to put on. I'm going to start with my ring finger, and I'm going to put it at the side of my nose and draw it out a little bit. And then the other place I'm going to camouflage is just under the tear trough. Again with my finger, but you can use a concealer brush if you want, and I'll be buffing this out. And then another place that I'm going to put it that I didn't put in the original video is just in the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm going to use my newer pan. And I am going to use my little concealer brush for this. And I'm just going to pat some of it on this inner part of the eye to brighten up that area, but I'm not going to put it on the tear trough. If I put it on the tear trough, it would brighten that area and it would draw the eye of someone else to look at that tear trough. It's not what I'm looking for. I want people to not look at the tear trough. So I'll blend this out, and when I do my eye makeup, I'll blend this out even more if I need to. So I want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Again, it's just in that inner part, and then I'm going to take another look in my daylight here to see what I'm seeing. Okay, now I'm going to take this EcoTools buffing brush and I'm going to buff out where I put it as more of a highlighter. And if you want more, you can add more. But this product lasts all day. I can pass a mirror several hours later and see that I still have that bright look here and here, and that's where the eye's drawn. It's not drawn to the under eye, which is what I'm trying to get away from. Now I'm ready for a little powder. When I film here, and I film not in my regular filming room, but in front of a window, I get a lot more shine. So normally I'm just using an inexpensive Rimmel powder and a big fluffy brush. And typically I'm just doing my cheeks because I'm going to put some powder there. Because I'm doing a video, I'll do my nose. I did see that my forehead looks shiny just because of where, normally I don't do my forehead. I might do my eyes a little bit. I really don't set this area, but you could, if you have a setting powder that you love and setting powders work really well for you, go ahead and use them. At my age, I just don't really like how I look with them. So do whatever's right for you there. Now, just again for a little contrast, I'm going to use the Pixie bronzer. This also comes in two colors. This is the Subtly Sun Dutch, the lighter of the two. And I'm just using another fluffy brush, and I'm just going to do touches of it, not a whole lot. And now I'm ready for blush. This is a Clinique Cheek Pop, and the color Nude Pop. It's the lightest color they have. If you buy one of the Cheek Pops, they come embossed with a flower, and they're embossed by a machine. So someone at the Clinique counter told me what you need to do when you buy it is take a cotton ball and rub the embossing off a little bit, because some people have told her there's no color. Well, there is. You just have to get rid of that top layer. And I'm going with a light. This particular Nude Pop is more of a peachy. All right. So that is my face so far without doing my brows, without doing any eye color or mascara. I'm going to go do that and I'll be right back. This is a finished look. I also wanted to give you a close-up shot so that you can see me closer up, looking straight onto the camera and tilting my head down and back up, just so that you can see how I've camouflaged these tear troughs. So give it a try. I think you'd really like this process. If you have tear troughs, whether they're blue or purple or just the same color as the rest of your skin, I think it really does help to camouflage them well. Check out one of my other videos by clicking its image on the right side of your screen, and I'll see you in the next video.